All right, what's good, y'all? Quick little trade recap of yesterday where we caught a 120-point dub, and also the day before I want to go over as well, where I believe we took one dub and one loss, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty sure we're going to go over that day first, and I'm kind of going to go over how we trim. I know some people were asking. There's been a lot of questions just about the whole thing in general, so I'm just going to kind of go over those and answer a lot of those. This strat has been just, working really well over the past couple of weeks. So hopefully it continues to do so. So let's go to 9:30 a.m. on Thursday, which is the day that we ended up. A little bit, we took one dub and one L, but we hit full TP. So I actually don't remember where the trade is, but I will be able to backtest it kind of like this, and I'll be able to notice where it is. I'm pretty sure it was early. It was an early entry. So let's see. We're bullish going into market. Okay, now we're bearish. Yeah, we took it right here, I believe. Yep. So this was the short setup right here that we took, and this hit full TP. Yeah, this hit full TP super fast. So reason why we took that was, we wait till 9:45 to take a entry. First question that I was getting a lot was, this is the 9:40 candle, but think about it like this. We wait until 9:45. This candle opened at 9:40, but closed at 9:45. So you can take an entry off the close of this candle. Right at the bottom of my screen, it says 9:40 a.m. Right, but that's what time the candle opened. And on the 5-minute time frame, if it opened at 9:40, that means it closed at 9:45. We start to take trades at 9:45, so you can take trades upon the close of this candle, right? Only two candles we will not take a trade on is this candle and this candle. This one, you can. Why did we take shorts? We had our pullback candle right here. Very bearish candle following it, right? Big top wick, huge body, also engulfing that previous body. Very good short setup. You can see when we entered right here, we were below our EMAs. We also closed below all of these lows right here, giving us that bearish bias. So we enter. It's easiest to just pull up your Fibonacci in order to find your take profits. Your take profits are just going to be a 1-to-1, a 2-to-1, and a 3-to-1. So if we enter right here, our stop loss is going to be at that high that we just made right there. TP1 is going to be right here. This is how we trim. So some people are asking how you trim. You want to trim you want to ideally trim 40% at first TP right here, 40% at the second TP right here. And that means that you would have 20% of your position left. You sell the rest of it, that 20% right here, right? Ideally, you want to be sized in a way where you can trim that amount. You can do 5 micros, which is what I do on a 50K account. As long as my stop loss is below 50 points, I will do 5 micros. That means that I can trim 2 here, which is 40%, 2 here, which is 40%, and then 1 here, which is 20%. Or if you do 10, pretty much just honestly, you want to just do a multiple of 5. Because if you do a multiple of 5, it will always work. 5, 10, 15, 20 micros. Is what I would say to do. Smallest, what I do if you're on a 50K account, I would recommend 5 micros per trade, only if the stop loss is less than 50 points. If your stop loss is greater than 50 points, then use 3 micros. Obviously, with 3 micros, you can't trim as accurately. I would just trim 1, 1, and 1 if my stop loss is greater than 50 points on a 50K account. But I don't take a trade that's anything over 100-point stop loss. Really, I don't even really like to take trades anything over 80-point stop loss, but I will, and I'll size down accordingly. But anything 50 points or less, 5 micros, trim 2 here, 2 here, and then your last one here. On a 300K account, I trade 20 micros. I trim 8, 8, and then 4. So hopefully you guys get the idea. It's just 40%, 40%, 20%. After you hit first TP here, you move your stop to your break even. If you hit this second TP, then you move your stop loss to here and profit. And if you hit all out, then you're all out of the position, obviously. So that was the first trade that we took. Very beautiful trade. Literally hit full TP in 5, 10, 15 minutes, which was awesome. And then I want to say that we actually took shorts right here. Yeah. I think that we did. And then we got stopped. Yeah, so this is pretty much the next trade. We got stopped. It was at about a 46-point L. You know, I still ended up on the day just because we hit full TP on that first trade. So, but the reason that we took this second trade right here is because we had this pullback candle. Then we had a very bearish candle following it, again engulfing the body, big top wick, smaller bottom wick, and obviously we have a bearish bias on the right-hand side here on the 15-minute. We're holding below those EMAs, very bearish movement on the 15. So that's pretty much it. 2 trades in and out. We were done by 10:15, so less than an hour of trading on Thursday, and we ended up very nicely on the day. Then let's go into yesterday, which was an insane day. Insane day. This strat is super simple. I'm loving it so much so far, so hopefully we can keep that. Why is this camera angle is making me look really small? I don't like it. I'm about to go bench right after this, I think. It's a big chest day. But hair's coming in nicely too, huh? I'm starting to look like I'm getting like frosted tips because my roots are starting growing and whatever. Back to trading. Okay, coming into market open, we were bearish. Yes. Okay. Now, funny thing was, right here was 940. Right here, you can see for me this candle was red. However, on the MNQ, which is the micro ticker for NQ, this candle actually closed green. So that would have been considered a pullback candle. Now, this is the first time I've ever seen this happen. So I didn't take this trade. The next candle right here would have been an entry for shorts had that been green. But if I zoom in really closely, you can see that this candle right here closed red, right? However, on the micro ticker, like on my Tradevate, so you guys know I have my trading view here, and then on my other monitor over here that you guys can't see, I have my Tradevate where I actually take my orders. Like I don't have my Tradevate and trading view connected. A lot of people like to do it. I don't. On here, you can see that I am on the mini. Up here in the top left, you can see that I'm on the mini ticker. So I'm looking at the mini chart. Sometimes the mini and the micro chart can vary ever so slightly, and this is the first time I've seen this happen where it actually would have affected my entry. But on the micro ticker, this candle actually closed green, and I actually would have taken shorts here. So you guys brought that to my attention in live trading chat. So I was only looking for one more trade after this because I kind of was like in my head, okay, if I was testing this and that candle was green, like on my Tradevate, and I probably would have taken shorts here. Anyway, that ended up hitting second TP and then stopping out first TP. Right? Now, I didn't actually take that trade because of what I just explained. So a little bit of a weird thing that happened there. Anyway, was just looking for one more trade. We still have a short bias. Still looking for shorts. No, didn't take shorts there. Could have taken shorts there, but really didn't just because I didn't like how big that bottom wick was. Even though the top wick was slightly bigger, I would have preferred this candle to close just a little. If this candle closed literally 8 to 10 points lower, I probably would have taken it. Anyway, waited a little longer and boom, got my entry right there. So the way that we take our entries is once you get the pullback candle, so our pullback candle is right here, that candle closed green. You get 2 candles after that to find your entry. And they have to be, can't just dump. Like if this candle closed down here, I wouldn't have taken it. Since we were still kind of relatively around in this area, like I just said on this candle, I wanted to close a little lower. This candle and the next candle showed me that within the next 2 candles after the pullback. So we took that. Stop loss is going to be at this high right here that we just created on the 5-minute. Once again, we are going to take our Fibonacci. Entry was right there. Stop loss was right there. TP1 hits, trim 40%. Remember, as I said, so in my for my case on my 50K account, I was in 5 micros on this trade. Remember, the stop loss was 39 points, so I said anything under 50 points, I'm going to go in with 5 micros. So I was in 5 micros. First TP hit, I trimmed 2 contracts. Then second TP hits, and I trimmed another 2 contracts. And then I moved my stop loss up to first TP. So now this was a risk-free trade, and I had my stop loss in profit. And then boom, right there, full TP hits. I have 1 contract left at this point that I sell, which is going to be that remainder of my position, which is that 20% after getting rid of 2 here, 2 here. If I had 5, that would obviously leave me with 1 left, which I sold right here. And I think I want to say I made I think I made about $700 on this trade on a 50K account, which is, it's really good. And I'm a little annoyed that I missed this trade right here. It's not really my fault. It's kind of just like a weird thing that, like I said, I've never seen that happen before. If I was to hit that trade, I would have hit second TP stop break even with 5 contracts. So I would have been up probably $1,000 on the day if I took that, but whatever. Green is green. Ended up the week. I think, I don't remember exactly how much I ended up on the week. It was a pretty good amount. So yeah, I actually want to say that I was I really don't remember, honestly. I think it might have been between $800 or $900 that I ended up on the week per account or on my 50K account. So that was really good. But I hope that this was able to clear up some confusion with the strat for you guys. Like I said, it's extremely simple. I'm loving it so much. You can see just how easy it is to find setups, how easy it is to find your TP, and your, all that kind of stuff with the Fibonacci. Hopefully, I was able to answer some of you guys' questions. The most asked things was just like, how do you determine the trend? Your bias is always going to be in tune with your 15-minute. If you're only going to be looking for shorts if we're below these EMAs, and you're only going to be looking for longs if we're above them. If we're kind of chopping around inside of them, you are not going to be looking for any trades at all because you are most likely going to get faked out or wicked out. That's what we found the most when backtesting this. So, yeah. With that being said, I think this will bring this video to an end. Hope you guys enjoyed, and like I said, answer some of your questions. Make sure to subscribe as well as like this video. Love you guys so much, and I'll see you maybe tomorrow, but definitely on Monday back in live trading. So yeah, later.